I thought it's towards Forensic Science 2.0, so I would dive into the world of Prezi, which all the students use nowadays. You're probably aware of it. So, and also to meet the challenge of our CEO is to present something with a minimal amount of text to it. It's with great pleasure and honor that I can all welcome you here. It's been a long time of hard preparation and much work of many people, which of course we all like to thank. And now it's all happening. It's all happening here. And yeah, we're very excited that you all come with such large numbers, travel from far to change the latest forensic insights and knowledge with us. Let's see if this works. First, I would like to capture what we're going to do this week in numbers, only numbers. So first of all, we'd like to welcome you to the Netherlands, one of the most densely populated countries in the world, maybe the most densely populated. It's a tiny country, and yet we are with almost 17 million people living here. The conference venue is in the city of The Hague, which has just over 500,000 inhabitants. And in the city of The Hague, we are guests here at a wonderful venue. I think it's absolutely great for this conference, which is the Haagse Hogeschool, the Hague University of Applied Science. And I was told, and I was actually quite amazed by that they have over 22,000 and already 23,000 registered students. So it's an immense school, basically, or university, applied university. And I think it's a great venue for our conference. Then it's about you guys. Actually, I can't give you an exact number of the number of attendants to the conference. It's a bit weak, it's a bit silly, but has to do with the registration. We think we are well over 800 people here attending the conference in any form, and we think that's great. So we're very happy with that. The conference is hosted and organized by the Netherlands Forensic Institute, as you've seen this morning, currently having 568 employees, so still growing, still growing. And then we have here at the conference venue 346 posters for you on display, and we've organized it such that they are on display the entire week. We have special sessions in which, in between the lunch poster session breaks, where certain poster categories the presenters are expected to present at their poster. This has been communicated through our website, but basically you can view the posters anytime you like. They're on display the entire week, and I think that's lovely, that's nice. And of course, again, the venue makes that possible, so that's great. Then in total, we have a stunning 247 lectures, of which 34 workshops. So, and with the workshops, we've took a bit of an experiment. So we have to see how that works out, because normally, traditionally, in a forensic conference, the workshops are to the start or at the end of the workshop. And this time we made the decision to make it an integral part of the program. So you can either choose to go to a lecture, a presentation, or to go to a workshop. And that makes, of course, a bit challenging with registration. So we have to see how that works and how that goes. On the Wednesday afternoon, we have, parallel to the court visits, the option to do a second round of workshops if certain workshops tend to be very popular. So we try to solve that problems like that. And we're very proud not only on the number of participants to the conference, but also that they come all over the world. You know, we have attendance from 56 countries here this week, which I think is absolutely great. And many thanks also to the Australian delegation, which came with big numbers and making a tremendous contribution to the program. So traveling so far, so that's great. Yes? Still suffering jet lag, probably, still suffering jet lag. Additional to that, I think it's great we have 34 excellent invited speakers, all willing to come and present their latest work for us. So very happy with that. So 6 plenary speakers, but also very many invited speakers in the many themes and specials in the parallel program. And then finally, from 17 million to 1. And that one is you, and our obligation that this week will be a great conference for you, and will offer everything you need. And you can make your tailor-made program from the extensive program we have on the conference. Now, what have we done to make this a great conference for you? Well, first of all, if you say something very ambitious, like Towards Forensic Science 2.0, you have to also show for it, basically. And one of the things we did to show for it is we invested quite heavily in the communication technology at the conference. Of course, what started with a small website nowadays is a very active site where you can find all the abstracts, you can download posters, you can post tweets, you can see news flashes, etc. It's a very active website at the moment. So it's the heart of our communication concerning the conference. But we've also done other things. For instance, we have the EAFS LinkedIn group, which has a lot of members, but still could use some activity in discussions and things like that. But it's also a place to start discussions, and that's very nice. And meet each other also. You can even make appointments through the system. And we added something, a special addition to the LinkedIn possibility, and that is, it has also been recently communicated, that is that for many of our invited speakers, we have added special sub-pages to the LinkedIn pages, which is dedicated to their plenary or invited keynote speech in the themes or specials. So basically, this is a very neat instrument for you to post questions after a lecture or directly interact with the speaker. So speakers have been instructed to become member and be actively involved in their page, basically. And that is also for them, of course, very interesting, retrieving information back from the audience. So please use this instrument. There are no restrictions. You only need to be member of the EAFS LinkedIn group. Then you can automatically become member of any of the invited speaker pages. Well, we've also recently updated the poster module. You can now search for posters. You can search on names, on topics, on poster numbers. If the poster presenter has supplied us with a PDF of the poster, then you can also download it directly from the site. Which is an interesting twist we have at the conference, is that you would, through the website, you can also vote for posters. With the scientific committee, we decided to do things a little bit different with the Best Poster Award, which is always in the arena or in the area of the organizing committee, basically. And as it is very difficult for a selection of the scientific committee to look at all the 346 posters, it's almost impossible. We do it in a two-step process. And the first step, that's with you guys. So we would like you to vote for your favorite poster. There's no special things. You don't need to leave an email. You go to the website, you go to the mobile website. You can do it directly from your mobile phone. We also have a mobile website. You select your favorite poster and you vote. And then the option to vote is until Thursday. And then from that we create a top 10 list. And from this top 10 list, a delegation of the scientific committee will select their best poster for EAFS 2012. So, if you do a lot of your friends do huge numbers of voting for you, please be aware we still have one step built in that process. So, but the first step is for you guys. The first step is for you to select your favorite poster. So please do so. On top of that, we also have, we have the classical poster displays at the venue. You've probably all seen them. But as a demonstration, we have 3 digital, very large, total touchscreen digital boards, which we would like to demonstrate to you a new way of presenting posters, which is totally digital. So from the poster boards, please check them out. You can look at a selection of the posters. The MC working group posters are on there, so you can look at them. All the NFI posters are on there, and everybody who send in their poster digitally, which can be downloaded from the site, their posters are also on the digital board. So play around with that. From the digital boards, you can download and send directly the posters to your email address. But you can also download them from the site, of course. And of course, we're very active with the twittering. If even a guy like Wim goes crazy with the Twitter, I think we can all do it to exchange information rapidly, and it's also good fun. The banner shows on the main page of the website, so you can see all the messages coming across. We have also 3 Twitter journalists, I should say, PhD students, young PhD students, who will just update you with every great thing they see here during the conference. And we are also active on Facebook, where we post a lot of the pictures as well. And we have 3 bloggers actively also keeping a kind of a diary of the conference. And of course, and this was quite a technical challenge, I can say, but we managed. There is Wi-Fi on the venue here, so you can connect with your mobile equipment. Now, of course, these are gadgets. You know, if you talk towards Forensic Science 2.0, it should be about the content. And we worked extremely hard to build an extensive program for you. It's a very rich program, and it's up to you, and it will be quite a challenge to find your optimum program from that huge selection of things. The Towards 2.0 ambition is reflected in the way we've organized this program in the sense of the 5 themes we selected and the 4 specials. And this is a bit different from what you would see traditionally in a forensic conference. So we've done it also to have a maximum crossing border, basically, letting experts meet and also giving you the ability to see things and to learn things that are outside your daily forensic expertise. I do not have the time to go in detail to you through the entire program, but I would like to take this opportunity to show you some of the more peculiar special things we have in the program, and then leave all the hardcore forensic expertise as it is. First of all, we have theme 2, which is about innovation of processes, not of forensic methods, but of processes. China Choi also addressed this morning, this afternoon in his speech. And we have some very interesting workshops and discussions. Jan will be involved in a discussion with several institute directors on the Vision 2020 document, for instance. But we have also workshops on the Lean Six Sigma methodology, which the NFI adapted to battle the caseload problem, basically. So that could be very interesting for some of you. And we have an interesting workshop by Reinhard Stoel on bias and context management, but then from the NFI perspective, so in a daily caseload situation, basically. So that's very interesting. So check out theme 2. Then we have theme 4, which is about the education and training and assessment of professionals in the criminal justice system. And we have some great speakers here as well. Also Nancy Dixon from the United States coming over, already tomorrow doing her workshop about new thinking in professional development. And that's great stuff. So I can advise that to everybody. We have Rosa Janssen from the Netherlands talking about the education of judges, prosecutors and lawyers when it comes down to forensics. Then we have a very interesting theme, it's called theme 5, which is about forensic cooperation and communication. We've seen many of the films already, directors stressing the importance of international communication, also to combat international crime, but also from a process perspective. Also, China Choi addressed it this morning. So we have very interesting workshops and speakers there as well, talking about international cooperation, Justice Tetty, about the need for establishing forensic research programs in forensic medicine, Duarte Nuno Vieira, and Catherine Bomberger on the use of forensics in the international courts, basically. And then, finally, we have this very funny, small, peculiar session, which is called I've Always Wanted to Give My View On. And Bert van Leuven has been very active in this session and has some great stuff for you, which you really should check out. So again, Jan is involved with a great workshop on scenario construction. So you know, I know what it is about, but I'm not going to tell it to you because it's really, you have to visit. It's really great stuff. DJ will present his idea on the Forensipedia, which I think you can imagine from the word is about forensic knowledge management and doing it a bit differently than large printed encyclopedia. And we actually have a member of the UK Parliament, Mr. Metcalf, flying in on, I think, Wednesday, to address the audience here about the parliamentary inquiry into the closure of FSS and the current situation of forensic science in the UK. So quite special as well there. And then we have a theme here at the conference which is about art, forensic science and art. We have a plenary speaker on Friday, and we have this great art gallery downstairs which you should really check out. And I've been instructed to speak the words, as a famous Dutch poet said, forensic innovation is retrieving more from less. Okay, now wrapping up, and now for me it's a bit personal, working very hard for a year for making this happen, is, you know, what does it mean? These two guys came up with the idea of Towards Forensic Science 2.0, and what does it mean? And I've stated for me in 10 points what I'm going to try to find here this week, and I'll report back to you on Friday. First of all, embrace new technology. Vigorously watch outside the forensic domain and scoop any interesting technology and innovation you see and bring this to our world. Second, not only innovate the methods, but also innovate the process. Very important, as was stressed before. Also, all speakers addressed it. We need to make final step to objective methods in which we report evidential values. And maybe people will say, well, this is not very 2.0. We have had this discussion for 10 years. But look at the program. We're having some very interesting presentations and workshops from the forensic statisticians on validation of LR methods. And that is really very exciting stuff. So then, for me, this is a visualization. There are many great presentations, also from the Australian team, which I call bridging the gap from source to activity. So coming with forensic methods that starts to give valuable information when people have questions on activity level. And this, for me, also includes, for instance, the dating of forensic traces, and there are many very interesting presentations on this topic. For me, also important, interdisciplinary investigations, and also combining evidence. So there's a very forensic statistic aspect to it as well. Very important. Knowledge management, preferably at a global scale, but also at a meta scale. Can we do more with the knowledge we generate from our caseload? And could we share it also in a way to substantiate the evidence in a given case? The technology is available. The transition from in forensic institutes, which we also see in the NFI, from forensic investigation actually to also delivering forensic products, tools, and services. So not doing only the investigation, but also letting or enabling other people to do the investigation. That's an important trend as well. Bringing the science to the scene. We have a workshop, which is on Wednesday, which is about mobile DNA technologies. We feel at the NFI that within a few years this is going to happen. The technology will be there, but will allow people to create DNA profiles directly at the crime scene. High standards of education of forensic experts. Actually, we didn't prepare it, but I'm all mentioning things that were also mentioned by the other speakers. So very, very important for the quality of our work. And finally, really making it a global community. We are here, it's a global community. So we are exchanging ideas, we're exchanging research, we're working together, we collaborate. But the next step would also be that we could work for each other, that we could extend and make sure that the entire palette of forensic expertise is available on a global scale. And with that, I conclude my presentation. Apologies for the slight hiccup at the start. I wish you all an excellent and great conference. And I'll be back on Friday to report on those 10 points. Have a great week. Thank you.